On the wide plain of Söderfjärden in Sundal, southern Ostrobothnia, thousands of cranes gather every September. Here, in the ancient meteorite crater, the harvested fields become a vital resting place on their long journey south. When the combines have passed, and the fields are left with grain and peas, the ground fills with tall, gray-feathered birds, stately figures with a powerful call. The crane's trumpet-like voice is unmistakable. It carries far across the plain, loud and penetrating, sometimes in duet as two birds answer each other. For anyone standing at the fjorden on a September evening, the sound can feel almost like a hymn, an ancient song that has followed humankind through the centuries. Here at Söderfjärden, the days follow a set rhythm. From morning until afternoon, the cranes forage in the fields. Thousands of birds, moving slowly, almost choreographed, while the young, born during the summer in the north, learn to feed and grow strong for the journey ahead. As the sun sinks and dusk falls, the flocks rise, in waves, in formations, and fly westward to the sheltered bays of the archipelago. There, in shallow waters, they roost. And when dawn returns, the cranes, as if on command, come back to the fields for another day of feeding. The cranes are not alone in this autumn feast. Hundreds of swans, whooper swans and mute swans join them, brilliant white silhouettes against the darkening sky. The whooper swan, Finland's national bird, is especially abundant here. Tall and graceful, with its long neck and clear trumpet call, it fills the fjorden with its haunting voice. Unlike the crane's sharp cry, the swan's song is softer, more melancholy, like a melody from another age. Mute swans, larger and heavier, are recognized by the distinctive knob at the base of their bill. They glide with calm dignity, often in family groups, with last year's gray offspring still trailing behind their parents. Like the cranes, the swans rest here for several weeks, feeding on spilled grain, potatoes, and crops to build fat reserves for their migration south. Some remain in southern Scandinavia, others journey further, to the North Sea coasts, to Holland and northern France. As evening descends, the whole of Söderfjärden becomes a grand soundscape, the sharp trumpeting of cranes mingling with the deep melodic voices of swans. Together, they create an acoustic spectacle unlike any other in the Nordic lands. Yet these weeks are only a small part of their lives. The crane breeds far to the north, in the bogs and wilderness where humans rarely go. The female usually lays 2 eggs, and both parents share incubation and the defense of their small territory. The chicks, golden brown and downy, leave the nest just days after hatching and follow their parents out onto the bog. As summer wanes, preparations for the southward journey begin. From Finnmark to Lapland, from Karelia to Dalarna, cranes move toward gathering places such as Lake Hornborger in Sweden, Limminganlahti in Finland, and Söderfjärden. Here, north and south meet, a crossroads for thousands of birds. And so they wait. For weeks they feed, gathering strength. In Sundom, villagers tell an old legend. The day the wind turns north, a signal passes through the flocks. As if by secret command, the entire fjärden rises in a thunder of wings and cries. The sky fills like a living cloud, and the journey continues. Across the Baltic Sea, over Denmark, and further south through Europe. The journey is long, up to 4,000 kilometers, but the cranes are tireless. They fly in V formations, reducing air resistance and saving energy. In this way, a single bird can cover more than 1,000 kilometers in a single day. Once in the south, they spread out across farmland and wetlands, feeding on maize, olives, and natural vegetation that sustains them through the winter. And when the days grow longer again, when the sun warms the northern bogs, they return. The same birds, the same pairs, often to the very same place where they once hatched. The circle closes, a rhythm repeated year after year, for perhaps thousands of years. Life on Söderfjärden goes on, but every autumn, when thousands of cranes gather, people are reminded of something greater. A migration miracle, guided by a creator's hand, steered by winds, by landmarks, by the stars above. And a song, loud, powerful, magnificent, proclaiming the eternal wisdom of creation